Fellow crypto investors, how you doing? So we've got a big week and we are really, in essence, in a countdown. We're going to jump into this. I'm going to explain everything here to you. We're going to talk about this headline here. Before we do that, let's take a look at what's going on in crypto right now. So my name's Austin. If you're new to me, I cover crypto every day with two goals: help you make more money and keep you informed. Okay. So the market is up 0.69 right now. Bitcoin up over 114. Ethereum up over 4,000, 1%. Not a lot of major movement right now. And I think that this is really the calm before the storm. We had somewhat of a rally over the weekend leading into today, Monday. Things have cooled a little bit. Got XRP up over $2.60 again, bouncing back from its $2.20 low in the last 4 or 5 days plus. But let's jump back to what we were talking about. So what we've got on tap this week is a couple of big things. Okay, so we've got Fed rate cuts coming on Wednesday. Chairman Powell delivering his most widely expected 25 basis points cut on Wednesday. I really think that this news is already baked in, meaning the market has already expected it, assumed it's going to happen, and really kind of moved on. Okay, so not that that's a bad thing per se. It's only going to be a major situation can play out if we get a bigger cut than expected, say a 50 basis points cut, which quite frankly we're not really expecting. So we're at about a 98% chance here that the Fed on Wednesday is going to deliver their 25 basis point cut. So that's Wednesday. Okay. So usually that will happen. That will play out around 1 or 2 p.m. East Coast time is when we'll get that official word. So all eyes will be on that, just to really more for a check in the box scenario. Okay. So Jerome Powell's conference again on Wednesday. All right. So we do have earnings coming up from Microsoft, Alphabet, Meta. The only impact point here that I see is if we have any type of a major shock or surprise in those earnings that drags the overall stock market down, pulls that down, and we have any bleed over effect into crypto. But I really don't see that being an impact point. So the big thing that all eyes are waiting on, and really this is our countdown scenario here, is that everybody is eyeing the summit meeting happening between President Trump and President Xi from China. And now that meeting is set to take place Thursday morning, South Korea time, which South Korea is 11 hours ahead of East Coast Standard Time. So really that's about 11 p.m. Wednesday evening, New York time, is when that meeting is set to take place. So the fallout, positive or negative, from this is going to be what we wake up to on Thursday morning, as far as depending upon where you're at in the world viewing this content, right? Most of the people in the United States, it's going to already have taken place overnight and all of the news will be out, the news bulletins, and we will wake up to see the impact. The expectation here with the trade talks and their impact on crypto is that if you kind of look at how it's played out, it feels like there's already been some type of a deal worked out. It was really worked out behind the scenes, probably between Scott Bessent and his peer in the Chinese government, and it feels like each side of the table is saying positive thing. Like I saw a deal on X earlier today where it was talking about the president of China, his advisors said that the entire team, quote, respects Trump, things of that nature. And so you're starting to see kind of, okay, it looks like it's been worked out. Both sides are in essence saying nice things about the other side. So I think we've got good framework here from a countdown perspective that we're looking pretty good. I think that we will get a resolution to this possible trade war that was going to happen. And I've said this many times, both sides want this to be resolved. And so ultimately, you may not care per se what happens with this trade war, but what you need to care about is its impact on your crypto. Because look, and I've said this in a ton of videos, if that meeting had gotten canceled between President Trump and the president of China, we would have seen massive fallout, or B, anything negative coming out of that. But it looks like we've really kind of had a crisis averted scenario play out here and it's looking good. I mean, we've seen a couple $100 billion of liquidity and capital already flow back into the crypto market in the last 2 or 3, 4 days. So again, I think we're going to continue to see that, but it's not going to be a massive amount between now and Thursday. The countdown here is everybody wanting to wait and see what we get out of that meeting, what comes out of it, the sound bites, the news stories. Do we get a complete resolution to this trade war, et cetera? Okay, so the countdown really, in my opinion, is looking towards really around midnight, Wednesday evening, New York time. That's when we will start to kind of see and the news stories coming out overnight, leading into Thursday morning for the majority of us to see what we wake up to on Thursday. It's going to be very interesting having to do with this trade talks. Okay, so just saying, got a lot of stuff going on, and I think most of it we've worked out in this video. Okay, before I let you go, there's a link in the description below if you want to check this out. I have something I launched last week or last couple of weeks called Inner Circle. And Inner Circle is $27 a month. What you get access to, you get my full portfolio. You get to see, you get notified whenever I do any buys and sells. You get to be part of a community. I also am building a $100 a week crypto portfolio. Every week I put in $100, and then I tell my members what I'm buying so that they can buy along with and all that kind of stuff. And there's a really cool thing here. You can direct message me. You can ask me questions, all that kind of stuff. And even more value and benefit, I'm doing members only videos, things of that nature, a lot of behind the scenes stuff. And quite frankly, let's call it what it is. If you don't want to be alone in your crypto journey, why not be part of a community? It's 90 cents a day. You spend more than that on junk that doesn't make you anything. Okay. At least maybe get into this. You see what I'm buying. You see what I'm selling. You get to see how we're building this portfolio, build it along that with that. And a lot of other cool things are coming for this. And by the way, this price is going to go up soon. Okay. I'm going to be raising this price. Was an introductory price. This price is going to be going up. Okay. So if you want to get in now at the lowest price ever, just to check it out. And by the way, there's a 30-day, no questions asked, cancellation, refund guarantee. So if you want to as well. So links are in the description below to go check out Inner Circle. Go give that a look. Again, you have zero risk there. So I just, why not kick the tires and see if you like it, so forth. All right. Later. I will see you later. Links are down there to go get Inner Circle. Have a good one. Take care.